Well, good morning on another Monday morning. And it's Jerry and Cheryl coming to you from the CDC Success Group. And just like every Monday, we're playing a little Fleetwood Mac in the background with their song about Monday morning. And this week as we come into another Monday, it's kind of like, what's the thought for the day? What's the things we would share with you this week to give you some deep thinking thoughts? And it's all about who's your competition? Let me ask you that question because I often ask that to clients whenever I start working with them. We do an analysis, we're working with them from a coaching basis. But who's your competition? And often this is the way I phrase it. And I've actually done social posts. Your competition is actually very easy to find. Your competition for success. Because your competition for success will be found right in the mirror. Because when you look at it, the biggest hindrance to success is usually going to be ourselves. And maybe we need to start looking at competition in a little different light. So, Cheryl, what's your thoughts as we talk about competition? And what would you say that people need to do with other businesses or individuals they feel are their competition?
You can look at it two ways. I was always told keep your enemy close, but that's not where I want to go today. You need to talk to your competition. They may have some ideas that will help you. Most of your competition are good people, and I think you just need to get close with them, just as you do other people. They're just another company. Are they working against you? Maybe not. If you're good friends and acquaintances, they can actually work with you and pass business back and forward.
Right. And the things to look at are they honest? Are they ethical? Do they really do a good job? Cheryl, one of the things that I've found in my coaching career is often I've worked with people that are in the same market area. Now, we only do that when the first client has agreed that the other company we can work with. But you know what we found? Whenever we find this type of relationship, these two companies actually help each other tremendously. They share technical information, they share data points, they share training. Often, I'll actually go do training, and it will be in a certain market area that several competitors will come in and we'll do a joint training with them. And what do? They split the cost of the training, the meeting site, and everything between the three of us or three of them. Now, here's why this came to light. Recently, we lost a member of the industry. He had an accident and we lost him. And in speaking to a gentleman who's not far from there, he sent me a note today. And he talked about how he wished he had formed a closer relationship with the gentleman that was just deceased, how he could look back. But what this is, these are the things we learn in life, the things that we wish we could tell our younger self. Cheryl, is there ever a time that you wish you could go back in time to when maybe you were 30 years old or 35 and share the wisdom you have today with your younger self that just basically had not had the life experiences that you have today?
I think we all do that. I mean, I I don't know anybody that can't look back on their life and think if I would have only known. And it's the thing is most of the wisdom that you get is from yourself as you age. I mean, we grow, we have patterns, we do things, life hits us up beside the head, and we realize that we could have bypassed those things if we would have only known.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I do in my coaching practice, Cheryl, is often somebody will tell me something that they're going through, a challenge in life that they're facing. And amazingly, it's something that I've already faced and already had to, swim out of that hole myself at different times, whether it involves sales, business building, working with employees. I could tell you stories that have happened, and that's one of the things we do when we write books. Books are stories that we tell and stories that we tell about our own experiences in life. But I want to share with you because this week we hope you'll join us on Friday afternoon at 3 p.m. as we do our weekly broadcast of the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. And here's why you want to join this. This week, our guest is a man that John Meredith has described as the most interesting man in the chimney service industry. Because when you look at what this guy's been through and his life, as far as the accomplishments he's had, the mountains he has climbed is pretty unreal. And that guest is going to be Bob Ferrari. And what's going to make this so unique, not only does Bob have those experiences, but Bob has now retired from running an active chimney service business. So he has exited from the business. And this has given him some unique insights. So Cheryl, are you looking forward on Friday afternoon when myself, you and Brandy have this interview with Bob on Friday afternoon?
I really am, because Bob has some, for a lack of a better word, some really unique views on things. He's made me do a lot of thinking when I've listened to him. Some days you want to strangle him, but most days you take what he says and you can mold it to fit into your situation. And he's been here, like you and I, enough years that he's had a lot of trials and tribulations. And when you say climb mountains, you literally mean climb mountains.
I do. And Bob has faced a lot of challenges in his life. So what we're going to do is Bob's going to share with you some of his things that he would go back and tell his younger self if he had the opportunity to do that. What do you think Bob would tell his younger self when he was 30, when he was 40, when he was facing challenges of raising a young family and building a business and all the other things that he's been through? So what we want to do is we want to pass our wishes along. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and we hope that the next week will give you and get you closer and closer to that dream destination that you hold so near. So Cheryl, anything you want to add before we back out of this morning Monday Motivation Minute that we're doing?
What I'd like to say is wake up every morning with a new light. Wake up with a light that you can show other people what's within you and help them make those decisions that you and I didn't make.
Right. And here's the thing I want to share with you. Don't go forward looking back with regrets. You can't go back. You cannot change what's happened in your past. But what you got to do is learn from each and every one of these incidents that may have occurred and each and every failure. And you have to do what Dr. John Maxwell advises, and that is that you always fail forward. So from every failure that you have, it's actually a tuition to get you to where you want to go. And with that, hey, we hope to see you Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Be here for a very valuable time with our friend Bob Ferrari.